Good afternoon, I'm Jen Lask. A trial date has been set for a man charged with murdering a Mahomet woman. The story is new at noon. Jury selection for Michael Henslick's trial will start on February 10th. Henslick is accused of stabbing Holly Cassano to death 10 years ago. He was arrested last year after investigators used DNA evidence to crack the case. Prosecutors are seeking a sentence of life in prison. Also new at noon, the Champaign County coroner is releasing the name of a man killed in a two-car crash last Wednesday. Police say Kyle DeLapp was driving down Neal when he hit a pole at the intersection of Stadium Drive. Police say his car bumped into another car a few times before veering into the pole. The coroner says DeLapp died Monday from complications with the injuries he suffered in that crash. No autopsy will be performed. Police are investigating. Police are also investigating multiple shooting incidents in Rantoul. The latest happened this morning at a home near Arcadia Drive in Winding Lane. A house and a car were hit. No one was hurt. No word yet on any suspect. This comes on the heels of a shooting in Rantoul last night. It happened on Abram Drive in Rantoul just after 6 p.m. Police say someone in a white car fired several shots, hitting a 17-year-old teenager in the arm as well as a house. You can see a car with at least one bullet hole was also towed. Police say the victim told them he didn't know who the shooter was. We talked with a relative of the 17-year-old. She walked us through the first few moments when she found out he was hurt.
It's very scary to have something like that close, and then, to afterwards find out that it's your family member, it's even more, because I'm thinking he's got to be shot more than once.
Police are still investigating and are asking anyone with information to call the Rantoul Police Department or Champaign County Crime Stoppers. The other shots fired call went out late Sunday night. This one was near St. Andrews Circle and Willow Pond Drive. Police say when they got 4 phone calls of people saying they heard gunfire, they went out, but they weren't able to get any more details. A hospital went on lockdown Friday night after 2 shootings in Champaign, and now we have more details about what that means. The first shooting happened in a parking lot at the corner of Springfield and Kenwood. The second happened outside a home on West Bradley Avenue 5 hours later. Carl went on lockdown after the first shooting. They say operations weren't affected. OSF says when they go on lockdown, they stop everyone to see who they are visiting and could prevent visitors from seeing patients. They also have a button so they can press it to get police to come to the hospital as soon as possible. A woman was arrested for selling drugs in Sangamon County. The Sangamon County Sheriff's Office Drug Interdiction and Response Team bought crack cocaine from Leslie Bunch 3 times at her house in Springfield. She was arrested and then brought back to the house where detectives found more drugs, including 10 grams of cocaine and ecstasy pills. Bunch was then taken to the Sangamon County Jail and booked for manufacture and delivery of a controlled substance. A homeless man was arrested for a robbery at a Springfield tanning salon. The Sangamon County Sheriff says it happened Saturday at the Sunroom Tanning Salon. He says Brian Crawford went into the salon and demanded money from the cash register. When employees didn't immediately comply, he began unzipping his jacket. They thought he had a weapon and gave him the cash. He ran away but was followed by a customer in their car, and they told deputies where he was, and they arrested him for armed robbery. Springfield police are looking for a bank robbery suspect. It happened Thursday afternoon at the Regions on South Durkin Drive. Police say this woman went into the bank and gave the teller a note demanding money. The teller gave her cash and the suspect took off. Investigators say she ran east from the parking lot. Take a look, because if you know who she is or where she is, you need to call Crime Stoppers. Well, the 2020 campaign has officially begun, and as we told you on the morning show yesterday, candidates running for office in Illinois filed their nomination petitions in Springfield. One of the biggest races in Illinois will happen here in central Illinois, a rematch between Democrat Betsy Dirksen-Londrigan and a Republican Congressman Rodney Davis. The Democrat says she plans to keep hitting the same theme she ran on in 2018. Congressman Rodney Davis held his 3rd open government, and we told you about that on the morning show here as well last night. The congressman argued with the protesters in the seats, and when they pressed him for answers on preserving the environment, He answered he'd rather preserve the economy. They asked about a quid pro quo, and he quoted the president saying he did nothing wrong. They also brought up money in politics, and he pointed blame at his opponent and suggested an elderly woman in the crowd lacked civility. At every turn, the congressman's chief argument against impeaching President Trump is that the process would interrupt progress on finalizing a trade deal between the U.S., Mexico, and Canada.
Will you vote for any USMCA that has the effect of raising drug prices?
I'm going to vote for the USMCA that's going to come to the floor because it's better than the current. It's better than the current NAFTA program that's doing nothing to protect prescription drug prices.
Speaker Nancy Pelosi says House Democrats are within range of reaching an agreement on that trade deal, but she objected to a provision she said would lock in high drug prices where they are today. Congressman Davis predicted that the House will, in fact, impeach President Trump. Senator Dick Durbin says he's up for 6 more years on Capitol Hill. The second most powerful Senate Democrat has been in Congress since 1983 and in the Senate since 1997. Durbin showed up in person to officially file his petitions to appear on the ballot next year.
I believe that I can continue to represent this state effectively. My seniority, my position in the Senate gives me a chance to help Illinois more than most other senators. So I hope they'll give me that chance to continue this service.
So far, 2 Republicans have jumped into the primary contest to try to take on Durbin next November. Former Lake County Sheriff Mark Curran and cancer surgeon Tom Tarter are competing for a chance to challenge the 4-term incumbent. DCFS is trying to have a better response time. The U of I Children's and Family Research Center conducted an audit and found the agency needs to improve how long it takes a person who reports abuse to get a response. The report shows the abuse hotline was poorly staffed. That forces people to leave messages instead of talking with a person.
And it definitely is a broken system. Unfortunately, I had to use the system before, and it wasn't very efficient. So I guess if you put it on a mobile app or something like that, it'll make it better.
No word on a mobile app, but DCFS says they are working to hire 20 workers for the call center. That's thanks to an increase in the state budget. Now, tomorrow is supposed to be the busiest travel day for Thanksgiving, and everyone wants to know, what are they going to have when they hit the roads?
You're going to just have to do this, 2 hands, because it's going to be so windy tomorrow. The rain showers will be done probably early tomorrow morning, so it's not a precipitation issue tomorrow. It's just going to be the wind, which is going to mean that that crosswind at O'Hare is going to just disrupt the entire country's travel plans. So it's going to be a bad day tomorrow for those who are flying. Right now, though, it doesn't look too bad on our weather window. Looking at Mattunin on our Casey Summers weather camera, part of a Riff and Dog Eye Net, but there are some showers out there. We're talking about some storms tonight as well. We'll even mention more about the strong winds and more rain chances as well.
The 7-day forecast on WCIA 3 is sponsored by The Roofing Dog.
Oh, your brother's calling.
Let's show him what we're cooking. Hi, young Jedi.
Everything has been leading to this.
Perfect. Now it's looking good.
Harness the force of innovation with appliances designed with smart technology. GE Profile. See Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
The force of innovation is here. Get a $2,000 rebate on GE Profile now through January 31st at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Have a car? A title? Get up to $4,000 for the holidays with TitleMax. Go to TitleMax.com, enter your car year, make, model. See how much you can get. Check out TitleMax.com for the most cash you need. Check out TitleMax.com, shop us for rates. Check out TitleMax.com, all credit types accepted. Find out why so many people say,
I got my title back with TitleMax.
I got my title back with TitleMax.
Get your title back with TitleMax.
Alto Vineyards in Champaign, a local getaway, yet far enough away to escape your day. November 29th through December 1st, we invite you to our 19th annual holiday open house for giveaways, live music, and more. Enjoy your holidays at Alto Vineyards in Champaign.
Love where you deliver with a doctor who knows that beginnings matter. Dr. Christina Dacus is now accepting new patients for family medicine and maternity care. Now delivering at Gibson Area Hospital's Baby Central, the choice of women in East Central Illinois. You'll love her energy and enthusiasm for taking care of your entire family. Visit GibsonHospital.org to find out how you can make an appointment with Dr. Dacus today.
downtown Gibson City is your home for the holidays.
Tired of dealing with pharmacy chains? Frustrated with long waits, lack of personal service, or being out of your medication? Now you don't have to. Hudson Drug Shop in Paxton now offers free same-day delivery to Champaign-Urbana, Monday through Friday. Become one of our customers and experience pharmacy service the way it used to be. Family-owned for 3 generations. Give us a call, and our friendly staff will transfer your records and set up everything. Bust out of the chains. Switch your prescriptions to Hudson Drug Shop today.
For over 45 years, Coach House Garages has been building more than just garages and sheds. We believe in designing and building you a space that fits your life, budget, and dreams. Coach House Garages, the trusted name in custom garages for over 45 years.
Bring holiday magic to a child. Drop off a new unwrapped toy or cash donation during the Toys for Tots Toy Drive at the WCIA 3 backlot on Thursday, December 12th from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sponsored by WCIA 3, WHMS, Carl, and Health Alliance. Now, Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Jack Gervin.
We do have a couple of showers out there already. We had one pass through Champaign just a little bit ago. Right now, though, it's just kind of cloudy on our Bratcher weather camera overlooking Champaign on our roofing dog on it. But here are those showers that have developed, and they're moving now off to the northeast. We're going to see more of them as we go through the rest of the afternoon. So just kind of watch in places like Missouri, as you can already tell down in Arkansas as well. More in the way of showers are developing. So those are going to be working their way into our area for the next few hours. But the storms that we're talking about won't be here until much later on tonight. Temperatures have warmed up, though. We're now generally in the 40s and 50s. 48 degrees in Bloomington, Pontiac, 49 in Champaign, 55 in Petersburg, 53 in Paris. So temperatures are mild. Right now, though, they're actually going to be going up even more because of the winds. Now, right now, they are not strong. In fact, we have no gusts really out there. It's about 15 miles per hour out of the southeast, which is good for now. But come tonight, and then for a majority of our Wednesday, we're talking about some very, very strong winds. So our high temperature today will be around 55. We're actually thinking that the high will probably be later on tonight as those winds begin to pick up more and more, bringing in more of that warmth. We'll eventually drop down to 37 by the later parts of the morning tomorrow, but we're thinking that technically Wednesday's high temperature is also going to be right around midnight as well. So it's actually going to be warmest tonight, and then our temperatures will be falling pretty quickly once those winds change direction. So first off, though, let's talk about the storms. We do have a chance of some storms later on this evening. There's a marginal risk as well as a slight risk for Central Illinois for some storms that could be producing not only the chances for some gusty winds, maybe even some small hail, but there's also a tornado threat with these storms as well. There's a lot of spin in the atmosphere today because of how much of those winds are going to be increasing. So it's a small chance, as you can see here. It's not exactly, we're not talking about a very high threat here of severe storms, but it is there nonetheless, and we just have to watch out for that. So here's Future Track right now. As we go through the rest of our Tuesday afternoon, we will see more in the way of these spotty rain showers moving through the area. But then it's going to be later on tonight when that chance of storms comes in. As you see, even more in the way of those oranges and yellows showing up there. And in fact, we are expecting there to be probably a line of storms that comes through after 9 o'clock tonight. Could actually be closer to about midnight or so. And this line would be where we'd see that chance for severe storms. Also take note of those temperatures as well. See how they're very warm right now. It says 2 a.m. Wednesday morning. So like I said, the warmest temperatures for today as well as for tomorrow are going to be tonight. So then after that, then our winds will be really picking up. So we have a high wind warning for most of central Illinois. We have a high wind watch for the northern counties, and there's a wind advisory off to the south. So during this time, 3 a.m. tonight until 6 p.m. Wednesday evening, we'll be talking about winds that will be gusting around 40 to potentially 50 miles an hour. So you're noticing here, we just had some very high wind gusts coming in out of the southwest, then the west, throughout the Wednesday morning into the afternoon time frame. So that's what's going to be the big travel headache here for us tomorrow will be the winds. In fact, taking a look at some of the travel impacts for Wednesday, you've got the moderate and even some spots that have major travel impacts because of the winds. It's going to be a very, very strong wind, and the more rain showers are expected for the weekend. So here's your 7-day forecast. We've got showers and storms coming in later on tonight. Then it'll be very windy for our Wednesday. Thanksgiving itself is going to be just a cloudy and cool day at 38, and then more rain showers with them possibly changing to snow on Sunday. So Jen, you have the wind to contend with tomorrow as people go out of town, and then when they come back into town, it could be a rain-snow mix that they're dealing with. So travel just not good this week.
Well, Jack, that's a situation nobody wants to deal with.
Oh, yeah, just got to be safe out there, and then especially tomorrow, 2 hands on the steering wheel. Really going to need it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Well, here's a situation people also don't want to deal with, especially around the holidays. Your packages going missing from your doorstep. Champaign police say it's an issue many people face, and now they're doing something to reduce those types of crimes. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays has the story.
It's a problem some homeowners fear.
I was afraid of my stuff getting stolen.
So Mike Laurent came up with a solution.
I have most of my packages shipped to my P.O. box. Just wanted to make sure that I was able to get my packages when I ordered them.
Champaign police wanted to ease the concerns of Laurent and others in the community. A few weeks ago, they started putting some mystery boxes around parts of the city where thieves were lingering.
Are you getting ready to pick up a package that belongs to the police department, or are you getting ready to pick up a package that belongs to somebody?
But they won't find some hot new gadget, just a GPS device hidden inside.
Technology is as such to where, believe it or not, if somebody actually moves the package, I get a text message, and then I'm able to track the package.
Their goals?
As a way of, well, one, catching those people who might be stealing the packages, and two, to deter others from taking things that don't belong to them.
Though Mike Laurent has no plans of giving up his P.O. box anytime soon, he's still happy police are doing something about it.
That's pretty cool and proactive of them to do something like that.
And helping the community feel safer when they can't see what's happening at home for themselves.
We're making a great effort to try to do what we can to help reduce that opportunity from happening.
This portion of WCIA 3 News is sponsored by Tapman's Collision. The Viewers Club is on WCIA 3 News at 5. Every weekday, you'll have a chance to win $100. Watch for your Viewers Club card number. If you see your number, claim your prize. Watch WCIA 3 News at 5 to win.
At Illini Mattress, we're here to help you find your perfect mattress. Our priority is you. With our old-fashioned customer service and white glove delivery, what are you waiting for? Sleep healthier, live better at family-owned Illini Mattress.
Trust can be a hard thing to earn, but oftentimes it's built with those who have been there from the start. Like Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, the health care coverage that's been there since the beginning of the marketplace. Enroll in a plan today by calling 1-800-357-4000 or visit getbcbsil.com. You may qualify for financial assistance. With health plans that fit a variety of needs and budgets, you can find an option you feel comfortable with. Carry the card that's been there for over 80 years. Don't wait. The open enrollment period is here and ends December 15th. Call 1-800-357-4000. That's 1-800-357-4000. Enjoy the comfort that comes with trusted coverage. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all.
Rehab, recover, and return home with the Bounce Back program offered at the Hawthorne Inn of Danville. Our physical, occupational, and speech therapists provide exceptional rehabilitative care to patients requiring therapy after an injury or hospital stay. Our Bounce Back neighborhood offers beautiful suites, private restaurant-style dining, and a home-like atmosphere.
Village, where neighbors are friends and life is carefree, simply the finest.
This is about preventing a potentially disastrous outcome from occurring next year.
Now it's crystal clear. Their partisan impeachment is a politically motivated charade. Thankfully, Congressman Rodney Davis believes the voters should be the ones deciding elections. He's focusing on the issues that matter, making job training more accessible, supporting our veterans, and being a strong voice for our farmers. Call Rodney Davis. Thank him for standing against impeachment and focusing on the issues that matter to us.
Superior customer service and our community involvement are what sets us apart. At Fisher National Bank, we strive to stay on the leading edge of technology to provide our customers with the best products and services. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Fisher National Bank, member FDIC.
Tonight on CBS.
911 called about an online murder on the video game Killing with Kindness 3.
Is this real?
I think we found our victim.
What do you mean you think?
Game over.
A new NCIS. Then.
Can you tell us what happened?
Lord, won't you take my body home?
There's one more thing I should tell you.
A new FBI after a new NCIS. Tonight on CBS.
Live from your local news leader, Maggie Hockenberry, and Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Jack Gerfen. You're watching WCIA 3 News at noon.
An organization in Champaign might have to close if it doesn't raise enough money. Restoration Urban Ministries needs $300,000 to get out of the red, and they offer housing program, food pantry, and counseling. About 50% of their budget is usually raised at this time of year, but they've already used that much and need to raise it again. Students at Barksdale Elementary School in Champaign are creating their own version of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. These second graders are putting together their own balloons based on characters in books, and they read the book Balloons Over Broadway, which explains the history of the parade. All of the kids designed their own floats in groups of 3, and they also had to think of possible problems that could come up while they're putting them together.
At this age, you know, there's still a lot of me time, so they're really forced to have to use their words, and then they kind of find their roles. They have one person that's in charge of getting the supplies, another one wanted to do the design, so they all kind of find a spot that works best for them.
All of these balloons will be part of a student parade in the hallway today. From a day to be thankful to a day of giving, WCIA is hosting our Day of Giving to help the Crisis Nursery. It'll be next Tuesday on December 3rd. We'll be in our back parking lot in Champaign and the Crisis Nurseries in Springfield and Effingham from 6 in the morning to 7 at night. Donations can be made by cash, check, or credit. A loyal supporter of the nursery will match your donation dollar for dollar up to $30,000. It's 12:22. We'll be right back.
Trust WCIA 3 News at 6 for a full hour of the day's local news with Paul Cicchini, Jennifer Roscoe, the most accurate weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Kevin Lighty, and consistent coverage of local sports and your Illini Nation from Brett Behrens. A legacy of local news for over 65 years. Trust WCIA 3, your local news leader.
You can't work, but to the Social Security system, you're a case file.
You were hurt on the job or in an accident. To the insurance company, you're just a claim number.
Then some big out-of-town law firm treats you the same way.
Not us. Our attorneys grew up here. We see you as our neighbor, and we fight to get the compensation you deserve.
We provide real help for real people.
1-877-554-5574. Tuggle, Skiro, Lichtenberger, and Thiemer.
This holiday, give the gift to keep her glowing all year round with a gift from Flora Gems. Whether you are giving a gift that says you're the one, or the gift that says you're still the one. This year, remind her how special she is every time she wears her gift from Flora Gems. Make this year one to remember, and let us help you choose the perfect piece to top any wish list.
Flora Gems, your #1 diamond destination.
For long-term care, memory support, or short-term rehab, Mattoon has trusted the leaders in senior health care, Oddfellow Rebecca Home, for over 120 years. With our newly renovated building, we're proud to provide exceptional, compassionate care and treat your loved ones like family. And if you're looking for short-term rehab, our program can get you back home quickly. For unmatched care in a setting where each patient receives first-class service, turn to your healthcare family. Oddfellow Rebecca Home.
It's Chevy season at Bill Abbott in Monticello. Want a bigger, stronger, lighter than ever before? All new Silverado? It's easy with 19% off MSRP. Get ready for your next adventure with the fun-to-drive Equinox LT all-wheel drive with big savings of 20% off MSRP. Step into a Buick for thousands less with 25% off MSRP on the new 2019 Encore. Your new Chevy or Buick awaits. Make it a habit to buy from Bill Abbott.
When it comes to braving another Midwest winter, you can never be too prepared. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get it. We're your winter weather experts with the gear and supplies you need to conquer the cold. Like 25% off zero exposure outerwear for the family. Columbia fleece for the family is also on sale, starting at $21.99. And save $10 on select pack boots for kids, just $24.99. Keeping you warm and ready for winter. That's genuine value from Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Did you know you could be breaking the law this winter if you don't clean the snow and ice off your windshield? Sounds like a no-brainer, right? But many people don't take the time to clean their windshield or their windows to allow for proper visibility while driving. And while you're at it, police say it's a good idea to go ahead and clean both your headlights and your license plate.
This WCIA3 winter weather tip is sponsored by Edelman Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. WCIA3 News is sponsored by Steinmeier Roofing.
So we've got showers that will be eventually becoming more common later on today, and we have some storms as well. Some of those storms could actually be a bit strong to possibly even severe, with gusty winds with them, hail, and even the chance of a tornado. That would be very late tonight. It's also when the winds are expected to really increase as well, where wind gusts could be around 40 to 50 miles per hour, if not even higher than that, Tuesday night into Wednesday. So with Wednesday being the big travel day, the showers are done in the morning, which is good, but the wind is going to last almost all day. And so if you are driving anywhere, you got to have two hands on the steering wheel. If you are flying anywhere, especially if it's going to be a crosswind, it's going to be tough to get out of some of these airports. So just try to enjoy yourself with the family, even if you are waiting in a terminal.
And give yourself plenty of time.
Exactly, yep.
So thank you for watching. We'll have more later tonight.